Morning everybody, welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope you're all keeping really well. Beautiful day at Tillers, lovely and sunny, but also a super exciting day. As today we have two new bits of kit arriving, specifically for the harvest team, and these are being bought to meet with current legislation to make us more efficient, getting in and out of fields, and to make everybody on the harvest team's job just that little bit easier. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. I haven't seen them yet. So what we're going to do, we're going to have a wander down to the yard, see if we can find farm manager Alan. He's purchased them and he's been the brainchild behind them and been working closely with the company to get them bespoke made. So we'll go down, we'll catch up with Al and we'll go and see what it's all about. Down to the yard, I managed to track down Alan. So Alan, what we've been buying and why have we been buying it?
Well, Richard, here at Tillers we harvest hundreds of pallets of turf per week, and in the nice summer months we can get lorries in the field and vans, and we can load directly in the field and get the turf out easily. Now in the winter months that's a different story, and we have to take trailers into the field to extract the turf, bring it back to the farm to where we've got areas of hard standing where we can load the vehicles. Now, as we all know, last July the weather broke and we've now had 11 months, 12 months nearly of the highest rainfall ever recorded. So getting turf out of the field has become much more of a major operation, been more difficult, and so it's an area we've been looking at to try and improve. So what better time than one miserable October day last year than to sit down with our operations manager Stuart Daly and discuss how we can improve our trailers and come up with some ideas to make a bespoke trailer.
And of course, Alan, your speciality is you do like to do a little doodle, don't you?
Well,
and
yes, and the little
yeah.
bit. So as we started off to talk about the trailers, I did a little trailer doodle.
There we go.
So this is where it started, and we took measurements, looked at what we wanted to do, and it's a bit like building a house. When you start you need good foundations, so we looked at the wheel equipment that we could put on the trailer, and we needed the biggest wheels we could get, we needed a strong trailer, and we needed to contain the load on the trailer. And the reason I say that is because you may all have noticed in the last 18 months that the maize trailers that you see on the road and the big bale trailers carrying Heston bales have all changed slightly. All the maize trailers now tend to have rollover sheets, and all the bale trailers have suddenly, instead of having ratchet straps, have got big metal sides that come down and contain that load. And this is really because the police have suddenly found out that there's a road traffic act that was passed some years ago that states that anything that falls off that trailer onto the road, causes a nuisance or danger to road users, is a offence or a road offence which you can be prosecuted for, and that is why we are now looking seriously at how we contain that load. So I rang Richard and discussed what our requirements were over the phone, to which he said, "What are you doing tomorrow? I want to come over and see you, look at your business, look at what you do. We'll sit round the table and we'll come up with some ideas." So following day Richard arrived 9:30 and he stayed for 4.5 hours, and he said, "Right, I'll go away and I'll put some ideas on paper, come up with a figure, and I'll send it to you in the next few days." So quotation duly arrived and a spec sheet of what he intended to build, and we spoke again and argued a bit about figures and different little bits of aspects of design, and then we gave Richard the go ahead to build our trailers. And today Richard has brought the trailers to hand them over to us, so it's an exciting moment for us, and we'll now go to meet Richard and see the trailers. I'm here this morning and Richard's come to deliver our trailers. So thank you, Richard, for coming this morning.
You're welcome.
And we're really pleased with the trailers.
Yep.
Superb build. I mean, we visited the factory on several occasions. The build quality is second to none. The guys there make a fantastic job. And yeah, Richard's just going to explain a little bit about the build. So I'm going to hand you over to Richard.
Thank you.
Thanks, Al. Well, two Richards, that makes it nice and simple. We'll not be forgetting too many names there. So, like I say, welcome to Tillers, Richard, and welcome
you
to
very
our
much
this
indeed.
week's Turf Talk. Alan sort of told us about the legislation of the trailer, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in the trailer business?
We've been doing it since 1974 on my own. Father started it in 1973. So we've been, and what we've always done is done a high quality special trailer. That's what people have asked us for.
Yeah.
And dedicated to making sure the build is right and it can stand the toughest of toughest conditions.
Yeah.
And that's important. I noticed you said you talked a little bit of the legislation. This trailer is dedicated to that 1984 legislation.
Okay.
It's Regulation 100, Section 2. It's really important to know that when you take something down the road,
Yeah.
you can't spill it, you can't have it blow off like you do with straw. It's not
Yeah.
allowed to happen, and everybody ignores it. And so you use loads and loads of straps. This system, which this is number 6 and 7 that we've built in this last year,
Okay.
because we built them for other people who have gone, how fast is it to load a trailer with pallets and get them off,
Yeah.
get them into a factory and get the driver back down the road again? And that's what we've dedicated this trailer to do, and that's what's really, really
Yeah, so
important.
there's not a lot of time with ratchet straps.
There's no
and
ratchet straps.
throwing
It's
them over
the
the
whole side
Yeah.
opens out, as you will see, and you can just get the fork drift in, get it off, and
Yeah.
get on with the next.
Fantastic. So I think what we'll do now, Rich, we'll have a little walk around the trailer. We can explain a few of the features, a few of the challenges you had with the build,
Yeah.
and to bring it all together. I mean, it looks absolutely fabulous from where I'm looking, but yeah, let's go and take a closer look.
So
Okey-dokey.
if we can just look down at things like the drawbar. This is a 6-wheel trailer with a 5th wheel coupling on the front, which is
Yep.
a connected coupling to the trailer. It makes it a one-piece trailer. That's really, really important. We have a swivel drawbar ring right at the front, which connects to the tractor. That means any oscillation on the tractor, it will take out that swivel, so
Yep.
it doesn't wear the drawbar. You've got a foot stand that is simple to let down when you want to take it away from the tractor and put it back up so it won't catch anything off the ground.
Yeah.
A nice long drawbar, that means it's easy to steer, because 6-wheel trailers with a 5th wheel coupling are not the easiest thing. You have to have a little bit of think about what you're doing when you're going backwards.
Yeah.
Takes people a few minutes to get to it. But important features, health and safety. We've got all the stickers on the front.
Got all the decals on
All
there.
the details are on the front there. You've got an instruction manual here.
Yeah.
You've got various bits, all in a position where the tractor driver, when he turns round,
Yeah.
he can actually see all this stuff and remind himself, oh, have I checked, have I done?
That's what,
an important
one thing's
feature.
impressed me already, Richard, and that is the tidiness of all the pipe work.
Yeah.
It's all nice, secure. It's not dangling and chafing and catching, and
Yeah.
it's all neat, tidy, secure. Like I say, dead easy to use, dead easy to maintain.
Yeah, and that
Fabulous.
that hopefully will make it last for a long time. So that's really, really important.
Brilliant.
So when we come to this, you've got a strong chassis. You've got full commercial axles on this. So
Yeah.
So these have got a 420/180 brakes. So each of these axles can carry 13 tons.
Okay.
Right, and you've got 3 of them.
Okay.
Massive. So you've got good quality, good strength, long-lasting commercial equipment. You've got the tyres. We specifically went into a lot of details about the tyres, because you had trailers with small tyres, and small tyres cut grooves in ground. You're growing
Yeah.
turf. You don't want any grooves.
It's the same with our production and harvesting equipment. We have
Yeah.
good wide balloon tyres,
Yeah.
low ground pressure,
Well, look,
for that
here's
very
a-
reason, to not damage the
Here's
turf.
this wonderful example of this is what you had, and now look at the trailer, the spare tyre that we've actually put in the back of the trailer.
Yeah.
710 wide. It's a 26.5 special turf tyre, because you've got this hockey tread stick pattern. And you look at this one, well, you know, there is a massive difference between the width of this and the width of the one you're going to put on. So you've got very little ground pressure.
Yeah.
That's the big thing about the width of the tyre. Reduces your ground pressure, reduces the ruts. That's
Fantastic.
what we've gone for.
Okay.
So then we start talking about the side.
Yeah.
At the minute, the canopy is open on the left-hand side, so you can open the left or the right.
Yep.
It's a simple sequence to do it. You can load from either way. the canopy comes down. It's a bit like a hydraulic tail door on a trailer. It comes down and it touches the sides and slides downwards into these locking pins. Can you see these locking holders here? Now this is really, really important because others that have made this kind of principle of a steel side only fasten them at the front and the back.
Yeah.
But we are, because it comes in and slides down, we lock down the middle of the trailer. 1, 2, 3 and 4 sections.
Okay.
So if anything happens, the side cannot burst open.
Brilliant.
That's really, really important. So again, we thought about that. And even in here, look, when the canopy's up, it's interesting, everybody tells me you should use this as a sports stage. So on Sundays, you're going to have beer in here, and they're going to be going crazy with a big disco, you know?
I was just going to say...
We've got lights, look. We've got lights, LED lights all up there.
I was going to say, it looks like you could have a live band or something.
A live band one there would be brilliant. I'm going to come to that event when you have it going, I can tell you now.
Definitely. You'll be first on the invitation list.
Thank you very much appreciated. Right, so the side comes down, slots into place, and that's it. Your load is then safe.
Fabulous.
And it's strong, robust, and you're going to get years and years of use from this trailer. Absolutely.
Brilliant. No, we're chuffed to bits with it, Richard. And thank you once again for everything you and the company's done for us.
Thank you.
And we look forward
thank you also for buying the trailers and having faith in our build. That's important to us. And, you know, we will keep doing it for you. And hopefully we can do more trailers for you in the future or other machinery.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing you out in the field soon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this week's Turf Talk and that introduction to our new purchases. And once again, a massive thank you to Larrington Trailers for producing this fantastic pair of bespoke trailers for us. And the next couple of weeks we'll get out in the field and we'll watch them in operation with pallets going on and off, and you'll really see the true value and the true quality of the performance. So very much looking forward to that. In the meantime, thanks as always for watching. Thanks once again to Richard Larrington and to Alan for his inputs there. And continue to share, to like, to retweet. Subscribe to Tillers Turf TV on YouTube if you haven't already. All your views, all your feedback, very much appreciated. In the meantime, have a fabulous weekend. We'll catch you next week. Take care, everybody.